أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين للتراب مقتمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well.
Alhamdulillah.
Quick question to ask. So I know the last few lessons we have been concentrating on the different types of present tense. We talked about the present tense original tense, and then we spoke about the adjective and the subjunctive. That is what we covered. Now, in the book itself, I believe we were on lesson number 1. On the exercises, correct?
No. We were on... We read the second, I think. We read Hisham and Bilal, and that one we read already.
Yeah.
Yes, we were ahead.
So we've read lesson number 2, and we are on the exercises, or
we have not done points to remember.
on lesson number 2.
Yeah, on lesson number 2, we did the exercises, I think. Yes.
So normally I do the points to remember before the lesson. So, okay. So we haven't done the exercises at all.
Yeah, if we have forgotten that.
Okay, that's fine. That's not an issue. That's fine. So I will ask then, Sister or Dr. Ahmed, Bismillah. I would like you to go for the points to remember.
Inshallah.
Bismillah. Page number 21.
Inshallah. Page number 21.
Yep.
This lesson we learned the following. For example,
I'm done.
Jumlatun Ismiya. It means is not. It is used in. Laisa. It means it is not. Is not. It is used in Jumlatul Ismiya. For example, house is not new. Laisa Baytu.
ليس بجديد. ليس البيت بجديد.
The house is not new. Note that is added to the khabar, and it is therefore majroor. Okay. After the introduction of Laisa, the mubtada is called Isma Laisa, and the khabar is called Khabar Laisa. In the feminine of Laisa is Laisa.
Laysat.
Laysat. For example, Zainabu
Maridatun.
Marizatun.
And then Laysat Zainabu bimaridatin.
Marizatun. Zainab is not sick. Okay. Laisa
As-sayyaratu.
As-sayyaratu.
Yep.
Sayyaratu Qadimatun. Laysate As-sayyaratun Qadimatun.
Correct.
Car is not old. Note that the second example is Sukun of Laysat. It has changed to Kasra because of the following Al Laysat. Sayyaratu Laysatu Sayyaratu. The form of Laysa pronouns are mentioned in the example 3. In Laysato, Lasto, Anderson, pronounce the pronouns the Tebesto is the Isma is Laysa.
Correct. So what he's trying to say here is that Laysa itself, Laysa is actually a verb, is a past tense verb, and it comes in the different tenses of the past tense itself. So over here, Laysa is the singular masculine, and over here, Laysat is the singular feminine, and over here, Lasto bimuhandisin means I am not a engineer. Now, let me explain something else as well. Laysa itself is the sister of Kana. What does Kana do? Does anyone remember previous lesson? Kana, what does Kana do? Kana,
Sure. Certainly.
no.
No.
Inna is sure. Inna, it comes in the meaning of sure or certainly. Kana, let me show you.
The khabar laysa is mansub, so khabar kana is mansub.
No.
No?
Khabar, yeah, khabar of Kana is mansub, and the ism of Kana
Is marfu.
correct. That's correct. So let me show you from the, where is it gone?
First,
Okay, let's use this. This is a better way of explaining. So let me, the points to remember, if I explain it through this will be much more easier for you to understand. Hamidun talibun. Hamidun talibun is mubtada and khabar. Where is mubtada and khabar, doctor? Hamidun talibun.
Mubtada is Hamid.
And talibun is the khabar.
Khabar.
Excellent. So Hamidun talibun is mubtada and khabar, and always the mubtada and khabar, both of them always end marfu'un. Marfu'un meaning dhamma or dhamma tanween, both of them.
Right.
Now, the word laysa is coming in the sentence now. So whenever laysa comes, it enters a mubtada and khabar, a nominal sentence, and the mubtada becomes marfu. So Hamidun is no longer called mubtada, it's called the ism of laysa. Ism of laysa. And the khabar should come mansub. The khabar should come mansub. It should be Hamidun laysa taliban. But what's happening here? Alaikum salam. Now, in this lesson, they're showing that whenever the khabar comes, it comes with a ba, a harf jar. Now, let me go to the points to remember and show you this feature. Come over here, doctor, right to the bottom of the page. We can also say, right at the bottom, we can also say laysa. Let me just make it bigger. Can you see this, doctor?
Yeah, sure.
Can you read this, please? Note number 1.
Number 1. Okay. We can also say Laysa
Al-baytu.
Laysa al-baytu jadidan. Here the khabar is no.
Here the khabar has no ba.
No ba.
And it's mansub.
Okay, and it's mansub. You'll learn this later in inshallah.
So normally, remember this point, is that the khabar of laysa should be mansub. Laysa al-baytu is the ism of laysa, and jadidan is the khabar. But in this book, whenever the khabar of laysa comes, it's coming with a preposition, harf jar, ba. Is this clear for everyone so far? So for example,
I have a question, sir.
Alaykum salam.
So the cover of Laysa is always marfu?
No, khabar is always mansub.
Mansub, sorry, always mansub?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So
Sheikh,
laysa.
I do have one question.
What's that?
When you were referring to page 17,
Yep, I'm going to go to that page again.
so you see how it says, so I'm going to just go to like Aminatu laysat bitabibatin. All right. So here Amina is coming before laysat. So even then, Aminatu is still considered ismu laysa.
Yeah.
And you can have a sentence where laysat Aminatu bitabibatin. Is that still correct?
Very good question, Sister Kulthum. Very good question. So let me explain here. So what's happening here? Hamidun laysa bitalibin. So Hamid is not a student. So what's happening is that, do you remember in book 2, we spoke about verbs, and I mentioned that normally when a verb comes, the doer of the verb should come after the verb, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like kataba
Exactly.
Ali.
That's where I was confused because
Yeah.
laysa is considered a verb, correct?
Correct. That's right. So normally the verb should, after the verb, the doer should follow. But if the doer is located before the verb, then the pronouns within the verb will be treated as the fa'il. In the case of laysa, if the actual ism of laysa is not situated before it and is situated, sorry, if it's not situated after it, like laysa hamidun bitalibin. So over here, Hamid is preceding laysa. So in this scenario, what will happen is that the pronoun in laysa will be the ism of laysa, which is referring back to Hamid. And Hamid, is it a verb or a noun?
Noun.
A noun.
Noun. So now, when a noun starts a sentence, it will be treated as subject, as mubtada. It will be
Is that
treated
a in a sentence?
it will be treated as mubtada. And laysa, the huwa pronoun in laysa will be the ism of laysa. Talibin is, ba is a preposition, talibin is majroor because of ba. This is the khabar of laysa. And as you know that whenever you have lays, ism and khabar, you join them together, the ism of laysa and the khabar of laysa, both of them together becomes a
sentence?
A sentence, a complete sentence. Now this
It's a perfect sentence.
yeah, now this whole sentence then would become the khabar of Hamid. So this whole sentence of laysa bitalibin, this whole sentence will be then treated as the khabar of Hamid.
Yes. And it's a jumla failure, right?
A jumla, yeah, because it starts with laysa, it will be treated as jumla, yeah. And the next example, at-tullabu is plural, and that's the reason why laysu is the plural coming, because whenever the ism is preceding laysa, it will have to correspond in the number and gender. So that's the reason why it's laysu, which waw is the ism of laysu, bisigharin is the khabar of laysu. And this is then all of this jumla is this jumla will be the sentence will be treated as the khabar of at-tullabu. Then Aminatu laysat bitabibatin. Amina is mubtada, laysat is a verb. Huwa the hiya dhamir in it is the ism of laysa. Bitabibatin, ba is preposition. Tabibatin is majroor. Jar and majroor is the khabar of laysa, and the whole sentence then is the khabar of Amina. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes.
Sister
Yes.
Najla, is that clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Sister Durdana, Sister Tasneem, Sister Layla?
Yes, yes,
Sister
thank
Nazreen?
you.
It says Rida Butul Kanwal Masroor
Yes. Yes.
and Sister Nazreen Rahim and Sister Muna Zaidi. Is that clear for you?
Yeah.
Sister Muna, are you a bit quiet today?
Sorry, Sheikh. I just joined. I'm not feeling well. I'm just listening. Thank you.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam tullah. Right, okay. So then, next example, Al-Fatayatu Mutazawwijatun. So Al-Fatayatu is young girls are married. So Al-Fatayatu, it's a noun and it's come in the beginning of the sentence and is a proper noun with alif lam. So it is the mubtada. Lasna, the na is the ism of lasna. Ba is harf jar. Mutazawwijatin is majroor because of the ba which is given a kasra. Now jar and majroor is coming as the khabar of lasna. So the whole jumla, the whole sentence then is the khabar of al-fatayatu. And then anta kabirun, you are big. When you want to change it, you are not big, you make it lasta, then ta is the ism of laysa, and bi kabirin is the khabar. Antum jududun, you are new. Antum, then it would be replaced by lastum. Instead of anta, you use the attached pronouns, the suffixes with the actual verb, which would then become the doer or the ism in this case of laysa. And lastum bi jududin. You will not say lastum anta, just lastum bi jududin. You are not new. Anti fakhiratun, you are poor, which will then become lasti bi fakhiratin, you are not poor. Antunna mujtahidatun, you are hardworking. Then when we want to make it a negative sentence, we will say lastunna bimujtahidatin. Then ana mudarrisun, I am a teacher. You will then say lastu bimudarrisin. So lastu is the ism of laysa, bimudarrisin is the khabar. Nahnu tullabun will become lasna bitullabin, we are not students. Is this clear for you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to the points to remember and finish the points to remember. Now, always remember laysa, which means not. And so when you want to make a sentence in the negative command or a negative sentence, you would add laysa. And if you want to make it into past tense, for example, al-baytu jadidun, the house is new. And if you want to say the house was new, you would just say kana al-baytu bijadidin, the house was new. So laysa and kana does the same action. They are both brothers and sisters. One gives the meaning of not, the other gives the meaning of was. So if you can continue from your doctor, we can also say ana
Can
las.
you, one more time, I'm so sorry. You use
That's fine.
Khan and Laysa together in the same sentence?
No. Laysa and kana are brothers and sisters, meaning that they both do the same changes of i'rab. That the ism of kana and laysa is marfu, and the ism of kana is marfu, and the khabar is mansub.
Yes, but if you say Kana Laysal,
No, you won't. You won't add.
say that.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Because what? Because laysa itself is past tense.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bismillah, doctor. Continue. We can
Okay.
also say.
We can also say inna
Ana. No, ana.
laysatu bimuhandisin.
Ana lastu.
Ana lastu bimuhandisin.
Right.
Yeah, ana is mubtada and sentence lastu bimuhandisin is khabar.
Correct.
This sentence is made up of ism laysa and Khabar Laisa that
Excellent.
we have seen earlier. The following, not the following, and inna, ana madrasan, lastu bimuhandisin,
Mudarris.
mudarrisin.
Mudarrisin, correct?
Okay. Ana min al Hindi.
I am
Lastu
from India, and then lasto
min al Hindi.
min
Hindi.
al-Hindi. Correct. I am not.
Not from India.
Excellent. Brilliant. Sister Najla, can you finish off, please?
Okay. If the khabru laysa is a prepositional clause like min al Hindi, it does not take be. Is it be?
Yep. Ba.
Ah. So one does not say lasto bimanal Hindi. So
Because min already, so we can't use two.
Exactly. There's no need of two prepositions together.
Yes.
we have seen in books 1 and 2 that if the mubtada is indefinite and the khabar is a prepositional clause, the mubtada comes after the khabar. For example, li akhwatan, I have brothers. Ikhwatan, I have
Ikhwatun.
ikhwatan, I have brothers. With laysa, this sentence becomes laysa li akhwatan.
Ikhwatun.
Ikhwatan.
Now,
I have
just one thing I'll add. Now, as I mentioned this before in book 1 and 2, that always the mubtada, the subject, because in English and Arabic, you have two types of sentences: a verbal sentence when a verb starts it, or when a noun starts it. Now, when a noun starts a sentence, there is a criteria what is entitled or eligible to become the subject itself for a nominal sentence, a sentence which starts with a noun. Let me remind yourself, all proper nouns, for example, Muhammadun talibun. So Muhammad is a proper noun because the name of individual is the subject, talibun is the khabar. Number 2, all nouns which have the definite article, like al-kitabu jamilun. The book is
pretty, beautiful.
So the alif lam on the definite article on book, it makes it into a proper noun, is a definite noun. So all definite nouns can come as the mubtada. Number 2. Number 3, all pronouns, huwa talibun, hiya talibatun. All pronouns can come as the subjects. So these are examples of those things which can come as the subject, as the mubtada. Number 2, number 3. Number 4, demonstrative nouns. For example, hadha baytun. When we said hadha baytun in lesson 1, remember I talked about hadha is the subject and baytun is the khabar. So all demonstrative nouns, hadha, dhalika, tilka, ulaika, can come as mubtadas. That's number 4. These are 4 things. And then there are two more other types. For example, number 4, I'll give you example, mudhaf and mudhaf ilay. Remember mudhaf ilay? Like if I said kitabu aliyin jamilun. Kitabu aliyin jamilun. Translation will be?
Ali's book
Ali's book is beautiful, correct. So kitabu aliyin is mudhaf ilay, but it's coming as the subject, as the mubtada. And kitabu aliyin jamilun, and jamilun is coming as the khabar. Okay, is that
So
clear?
you consider both mudaf ilayh as mubtada.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, over here now, when we say we have seen in books 1 and 2 that if the mubtada is indefinite and the khabar is a prepositional clause, the mubtada comes after the khabar. Now, why? So li ikhwatun. Now, why is li treated as the khabar, ikhwatun as the mubtada, delayed mubtada? Why? The reason why is because the word ikhwatun is indefinite, correct? Is not having alif lam.
Yes.
Correct.
So because it does not have alif lam, for this reason, then the mubtada will be postponed, meaning that it will not come in the beginning of the sentence. It will come later on in the sentence, but the khabar will come first. Why? Because the khabar is more definite than the mubtada. Can you see it?
Yes.
So that's the reason why you're specifying. So because of the khabar being more clearer, that's the reason why you will say li ikhwatun. You will say li is the khabar and ikhwatun is the mubtada. And those rulings of mubtada and khabar are still applied whether it comes with laysa and kana. So the rulings of mubtada and khabar are applicable even when laysa and kana come in the sentence and change the sentence meanings. Is that clear for everyone?
Yes.
Not the last point. Not the last point.
So what I'm trying to say, Doctor, now whatever the ruling of mubtada and khabar are, whatever the rulings of mubtada and khabar are, they are still applicable regardless of laysa and kana being in those sentences.
Okay.
So what can come as mubtada, what can come as khabar, still apply when laysa and kana come. That's the reason why it says here. So if so where is it? So it says that if the mubtada is indefinite, the khabar is a preposition. So here, the khabar li is a preposition, and the mubtada is indefinite. Ikhwatun, I have a brother. With laysa, this sentence becomes laysa li ikhwatun. So the sentence construction remains the same with laysa and without laysa. So laysa has just come in the front of the sentence, and we treated laysa li ikhwatun. I have no brothers. Here, ikhwatun is the ism of laysa, and li is the khabar of laysa. Is that clear now for you?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, yes, sir.
Brilliant. Right, Sister Najla, can you finish off, please? 2, 3, and 4.
I have no brothers. Here, ikhwatun is ismul laysa and li is khabrul laysa. If inna is added to a sentence like li ikhwatun, it becomes inna li ikhwatun. Here, ikhwatun is mansub because it is ismu inna and li is khabru inna.
So kana, laysa, inna, they will enter nominal sentences, and the rulings of what can become subject and what can come as khabar are still applicable.
Okay. Bilalo bin Muhammadin. Bilal is the son of Hamid. In a construction like this, the alif of ibnu is omitted in writing and the preceding word loses its tanween.
Correct.
Okay. Manil akho literally means who is the brother. It is a polite way of asking a stranger who he is.
Correct. Vocabulary.
Lakaun, meeting. Ana masrurun bilikaika, I am happy to meet you.
Right.
Jaidun, good. Jaibun, pocket. Nehrun, river. Barkiyatun, telegram. Masrifun, bank. Maktabul, barid. Then post office.
Excellent. Right. I'm going to ask, I think it's page number 36 in this. I'm going to ask, who is going to be the best? Sister Kanwal Masroor. Can you come on the mic, please?
Yeah. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Kanwal, I'm going to ask you now. Just give me 1 second. Let me find it. Where is it gone? I think it's page 3. I'll send you this book again. This one here. Let me enlarge this. I'll send you this book, and I'm going to, what I'm doing now, I'm giving you the full grammar rulings in regards to kana and its sisters. So kana and laysa, there are in total 13 of the sisters of Ghana and Laysa? How many there are?
13.
13 of them. There are 13 of them who do the same ruling as Ghana and Laysa. And here is the list, and I'll send this book across to you. So Sister Kanwal, start from here. Al-Af'alun Naqis are also called?
Also called Kana wa Ikhwatuha.
Wa akhawatuha.
Wa Akhwatuha.
Yep.
Fele Nakis is called Nakis, incomplete definitive, because even though it is Fele Lazim, it needs two Mamul. The sentence remain incomplete with one maf'ul.
No, one second. Let me explain. Ma'mulaini. Now, let me explain this. What does this mean? Because even though it is fairly lazim. Now, do you remember I explained to you about transitive and intransitive verbs? Do you remember that?
Yes.
What a transitive verb is that verb which requires a doer and an object. Yes, Sister Kanwal?
Yes.
And fairly lazim is that verb which is called intransitive, which only requires a fa'il.
Okay.
Like dhahaba Zayd, Zayd went. It's a complete sentence. For example, if I said kataba aliyun, kataba aliyun is not a complete sentence, because to see whether a verb requires an object or not, you would always add the pronoun who after kataba. If you add, say, if you said kataba ali, katabahu aliyun.
Katabahu aliyun. That
Yeah.
is a complete sentence.
No. Let me see. Let me show you. Katabahu aliyun. Ali wrote it. So who here, when it comes by itself, it can be translated as it. Ali wrote it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does. So if it makes sense, it means this type of verb is muta'addi, meaning that it requires a verb, doer, and an object. I'll give you another example. Dharaba Zaydun, dharabahu Zaydun. Zayd hit him. Zayd hit him. That's complete sense. So when it makes sense, when you use a pronoun who, then you know that is a verb which requires a doer and an object. I'll now give you an example of a verb which does not require an object. Aliyun dhahaba, dhahaba aliyun, my mistake. Dhahabahu aliyun. Dhahabahu aliyun. Ali went it or Ali went him. Does that make any sense?
No.
No, it doesn't. It does not make any sense at all. Ali went it or Ali went him. It makes no sense at all. So this means that this verb completes its meaning just by
itself. It does not need a maf'ulun bihi.
Exactly. Is that clear for everyone?
So, Sheikh,
Just one second, Sister Layla. One second. I need to explain the point. Sister Layla, 1 second. Wait. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Now, over here now, it says here that fi'l naqis, so Ghana and Laysa are called fi'l naqis, incomplete, defective verbs, because even though it is fi'l lazim, so fi'l lazim, the Ghana and Laysa, they're in actual essence intransitive verbs. They complete their meaning normally just by having the fa'il, but they are not acting as verbs anymore. They are being completely changed from verbs into a complete different type of verbs which enter. So what happens is that Ghana is not acting anymore like fi'l lazim, like a verb, but they are working in a different format. What is this format? It needs two ma'mulains. It means that whenever Ghana and Laysa come, they do not only act in one word. What do they require? They require two things. What are the two things? Ism of Laysa and the khabar.
Khabar of Laysa.
Exactly. That's what it means. It needs two ma'mulains. That's what it means by two ma'mulains. It requires an ism of Laysa and it requires a khabar as well. If you just have the ism without the khabar, it's an incomplete sentence. It's incorrect.
It's
Is that
just
clear?
a phrase with kana and a noun is just a phrase. It needs completion.
Exactly. So these
Thank you.
sentences remain incomplete with one ma'mul. That's what it means by that. Is that
Okay.
clear for you now?
Yes.
Doctor, Sister Durdana, is that clear for you? So kana, you cannot say kana Zaidun. Zaid was. You cannot say that. You always have to have a khabar of kana or laysa or inna itself. Is that clear?
Sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
So for example, kana Zaidun. Zaid was, the sentence remains incomplete. Continue, sister.
Can I complete this sentence like kana Zaidun kaviyun?
No, kawi, mansub, make it mansub.
Oh,
Kana Zaidun
kana Zaidun
kawiyan.
kaviyan. Okay,
Yes,
kaviyan.
that's correct. Zaid was,
Strong.
exactly. Kana Zaidun kawiyan, that's correct. Zaid was strong.
That was the sentence remains incomplete.
Yep.
These all enters upon a mubtada and a khabar. Effect, they give rafa'u to the mubtada, which is then known as isme kana
Correct.
or isme sara and so on, and nasabun to the khabar, which is then known as khabar kana, khabar sara and so on. Kana was meaning Kana Baito Nazikun. The house was clean.
Nadifun.
Nazifun. The house was clean. Sarah became. Sarah Rajalo Ghaniyan. The man was the man became wealthy.
So these are different words which do the same action as kana and laysa, but these different words, Sara, Asbaha, Amsa, they are different words with different meanings, which change the sentence, the nominal sentence, into different formats. Is that clear?
Yes.
Continue.
Sorry, Sarah. Sarah is meaning is became.
Become.
Sarah
Became, yeah.
became. Sarah Rajalo Ghaniyan. The man became wealthy. Asbaha happened in the morning. Asbaha Zaidan Marizun. Zaid became ill in the morning. Or became. Asbaha Zaidan Ghaniyan. Zaid become. Am I right?
Yep.
Asbaha Zaidun Ghaniyan. Zaid became rich. Amsa happened in the evening. Became. Amsal Amelo Mut Aban. The worker became tired in the evening.
Excellent.
Azha happened at mid-morning became. Azhal Gamamu Kasifan. The clouds became dense at mid-morning.
Excellent.
Salah happening during the day became. Azhal Gamamu Kasifan. Sorry. Zalla happened during the day became Zallal Mutaru Nazilan.
Dhallal mataru.
Zallal Mataru Nazilan. It rained the whole day.
Jazakallah. Thank you for that. Sister Tasneem Zaidi. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Can you come on the mic and do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13? Bismillah.
Okay. Bismillah. Bata happened during the night, became. Bata Zaidun Naiman. Zaid passed the night sleeping.
Correct.
Madama, as long as. Ijlis Madama Zaidun Jalisa. Sit as long as Zaid is sitting.
Correct.
Number 9, Mazala, always continuously. Mazala Zaidun Marizan. Zaid was continuously sick.
Correct.
Ma Bariha, always continuously. Ma Bariha Zaidun Sa'iman.
Correct.
Zaid was always fasting. Ma Fatiya, always continuously. Ma fatiya Zaidun nashaitan.
Nashitan.
Zaid was nashitan. Zaid was always active. Manfakka, always continuously. Manfakka tajirul sadiqan. The trader was always truthful. Laysa, no, not. Laysa al-khadimu qawiyan. The servant is not strong.
Excellent. Is this clear for you now? So these, of course, you haven't done these. You haven't practiced Sara, Asba, Amsa, but I'm just going through the list of the things which will come. Some of these come in the Quran, and some of them come in Ahadith. So that's the reason why I went through all the list of the sisters of Kana and Laysa.
Sheikh, I have a question.
Yep.
That list, like a large number of those almost sound like Zarf-e-Zaman, but they are not Zarf-e-Zaman. They are sisters of Kana and Laysa.
Yes, that's right. So these are, because they're not, the reason why they're not adverbs, because they are verbs. That's why.
Okay.
Okay, so good question. Evening, morning, midday. So these are actual, okay, now what's happened is that these words itself can also, if you alter these words into nouns, these are verbs at the moment. If you alter them and make them into nouns, then they will be adverbs for time. Is that clear? For example, asbaha means happen in the morning.
Right?
So asbaha will become sabahan. Sabahan is the actual adverb, sabahan. Swad, ba, alif, ha, and alif at the end, sabahan. So that can come with a verb, and it will represent the time when the action took place, sabahan. The word amsa, in the evening, the actual noun for it is masa'an, which means evening. So adha is like surah dhuha, wal-dhuha wal-layli idha saja. So dhuha, remove the alif, give the dhad a dhamma, dhuha, it's the actual mid-morning. And then dhal happened during the day. So dhallun will be during the day. And bata, there's nothing for bata as a noun. So that bata is always coming as that. And yeah, is that clear for you?
And Zoha, like Zohar, comes from there or no?
Which one? Dhuha, no. No, Dhuha is it's midday. Dhuhr is different. There's nothing for Dhuhr.
Thank you.
And number 9, 10, 11, and 12, there are 4 different words, but it has the same meaning.
There are 4 different words. They have its different same meanings, but they're used in different contexts. So if I go on the next page, it will show you how they are used. So as you on the mic, Sister Wajda, let's do a sentence analysis of this. Khan al-baytu nadhifan. Bismillah.
Oh, you want me to read? Okay.
Yes.
When kana is used with madariun.
No. Do the sentence analysis. The house was clean, and explain where is the ism and the khabar. So kana is fi'l naqis. Al-baytu is ism of kana. Al-nadhifan is the khabar.
Oh, I can't read that. It was hiding on my page. Okay.
Okay, I've done it for you now. Do the notes now.
Okay. When kana is used with mudariun, it gives the meaning of past continuous or past habitual.
Yep.
Kana Zaidun yaktubu. Zaid was writing. Zaid used to write.
Is that clear? So whenever kana comes, kana can come also with the present tense. So here, what will happen is Zaid will be the ism of kana, and yaktubu, a verbal sentence, is coming as the khabar of kana.
Kana, I mean, it was still past, but it was past continuous.
Now it's past continuous. That's right.
Yeah. Here the khabar of kana is a jumla failure. Also note that 2 ways it is translated above. And number 2 is kana, sara, asbaha, amsa, adha, zalla, bata. Can be used in muzare, amrun, and nahi as well. Wow.
So we'll do them later. Don't worry about the exam. I'm just trying to explain them, and then inshallah
Okay.
I'll come back to them again when I go to the next phase, the intermediate level of grammar. So I'm just introducing this at the moment, but I'll come back to this again when I do the second phase of this lesson, or second level of grammar.
Ma zala, ma bariha, ma fatiha. Manfaka can be used in muzariun but not in amr. Okay.
Correct.
Madama and laysa have a past tense only, no muzari or amr.
So laysa and madama always are used in past tense. Like kana, present kana is used in present tense and imperatives, but laysa has only past tense form. That's why they're called defective verbs, because they do not have all of their conjugations.
Can we use, okay, muzari, okay. Kana we can use in past and present.
Yes.
Okay.
Past, present, and imperative.
Yes. Number 5. Madama must be preceded by another sentence. What does that mean?
Ijlis madama. So let me explain that. What does that mean? Okay, let me explain that for you. Over here now. Madama. Ijlis madama zaidun jalisan. Sit. So you will have a noun before it.
Okay. Okay. As long as, okay.
Yeah.
So that's an amr noun before it, right?
Yeah, it could be amr, or could be or a noun. Tajlis madama. Tajlisu.
Sit as long as Zaid is. So 6. The khabar of laysa is sometimes fixed with a B. Alaysa Allahu bi ahkamil hakimin. So there's a B here, ahkam, before ahkamil.
Yeah, which is the khabar of laysa, correct.
Yeah. Is Allah not the greatest of rulers, best of judges?
Correct.
7. If the khabar is jar majroor, then the khabar will appear first and the mubtada second. Oh, okay. Sahabun ismu kana muakharu.
Okay.
Fi samai khabru kana muqaddamu kana fi'lun naqis. There are.
Read the sentence.
Read the sentence, yes.
There were cloud in the sky.
Kana fi
So
samai.
you start with kana, right? Kana fi
Kana fi
Not,
samai.
not sahaba fi samai kana, not the other way around. That's what you did.
Sahabu fi samai kana or kana?
No. From right to left. Kana fi samai saman, because what you did, you read from sahabut ismu kana muakhar fi samai khabar kana muqaddam and kana fi'l naqis. That's what you did.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was just explaining, but I didn't read the sentence. No, okay. Translate, fill in.
Okay, that's it.
Yes.
Right. Okay, this is enough. I'm not. Let me see if I can go through the lesson, because this is quite a lot of information. So this is page number 26 of this book. I've sent this across to you. I want you to go through it so that you understand, and then inshallah next week I'll give you some examples from the Quran of Kana and Laysa, so that you really understand this lesson. Let me see. Okay, let me go through the lesson. At least you want to understand what's happening and what is the lesson, and then if you could do the exercises, then we could go through the exercises in class together. Okay, right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ad-darsu thani, the second lesson. Hishamun, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bilal, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kayfa haluka ya akhi? How are you, oh my brother? Manil akhu, who is the brother? Hisham says, Ana mudarrisun jadidun bil jami'ati. I am the new teacher at the university. Ismi Hishamun. My name is Hisham. Ana min al wilayat al متحدة. I am from
USA.
USA. Bilal, أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بك يا أخي. Welcome to you, oh my brother. أنا مسرور بلقائك. أنا زميلك. I am happy to meet you. I am your colleague. اسمي بلال بن حامد. My name is Bilal, son of Hamid. I'm in Washington. أنت يا هشام. To me, means are you from Washington? Oh, are you from Washington? Oh, Hisham? Hisham, لا أنا لست من Washington. No, I am not. So I am not. To is the ism of Laysa. Min Washington is the khabar of Laysa. Inni min New Yorker. So inni is huruf mushabbahatul bil fi'l. Ya is the ism of inna. Min New Yorker is the khabar of inna. A Muslimun abuka ya Hishamu. Is your father Muslim, O Hisham? La.
No.
Huwa is mubtada. Laysa, the huwa and laysa is the ism of laysa. Bi muslimin is the khabar. Wa ummuka a muslimatun hiya, is your mother Muslim? La, hiya laysat bi muslimatin, she is not Muslim. Alaka abna'un ya Hisham, do you have brothers? Na'am li sittatu abna'in, I have 6 brothers. Atullabun hum, are they students? La, hum laysu.
Brothers?
6 brothers. Sittu, yeah, 6 brothers. So he's not probably sorry?
Ibn is not.
It's
Brother,
Abnao.
Yeah. It's sons, yeah, sons. Sorry, my mistake.
Do you have any sons?
Yeah, do you have any sons? Yes. I have 6 sons. Atullabun hum, are they students? La, hum laysu bitullabin. No, they are not students. Inna, so inna is entering, should be ba'dhuhum, some of them. So because of inna does the opposite action of laysa. So the ism of laysa or inna is mansoob and the khabar is marfu. So inna ba'dhum, surely some of them are tujar, are merchants. Wa ba'dhum muhandisun, and some of them are engineers.
Yes.
Bilal, alaka banatun, do you have daughters? Na'am li khamsu banatun, yes, I have 5 daughters. Amutazawwijatun hunna, are they married? La, hunna lasna mutazawwijatin, no, they are not married. Inna hunna, surely they. So hunna is the ism of inna. Sigharun is the khabar which is coming marfu'. Ba'dhuhunna fil madrasatil ibtidaiyati. Some of them are in the primary school. Wa ba'dhuhunna fil madrasatil mutawassitati. And some of them are in the middle school. Alaka ikhwatun, do you have brothers? La, laysa li ikhwa, I do not have brothers. Inna li thalatha akhawatin. So here, li is the khabar, thalatha akhawatin is the ism of inna. So thalatha is coming mansoob because it's the ism of inna, and akhawatin is mudaf ilay to thalath. Thalatha is mudaf and akhawat is mudaf ilay, is the ism of inna. Are muslimatun hunna, are they Muslim? Na'am, hunna muslimatun, yes, they are Muslim. Walhamdu lillahi rabbil alameen. Right, is that clear for everyone, the lesson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Understood it, everyone?
Yes.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, that's good timing. So inshallah, I will go through the whole exercise, and also what I'll do, I'm going to send you, if I forget, please remind me. I'm going to send you exercises for Kana and Laysa from the Quran, and I want you to highlight where you see the ism of Kana and the khabar of Kana from the Quran. I'm going to give you ayat from the Quran, easy ayat, so that you understand it and you can apply it upon the Quran as well, inshallah. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل